Today I am on my way to work, and I just thought it'd be exciting to kind of film another day in the life as an SLPA. I have to film it a little bit differently because the space that I'm in doesn't have like how can I say this, a ceiling. It just doesn't have a ceiling. It's a private area, but it's still in the hallway technically, so I'm not going to be talking the entire time like I did in my last one. It's going to have to be like a voiceover style, or as soon as I'm home, I'll talk a little bit more about what I did during my day. If you are new to my channel, I am an SLPA. This is my third year in this school, and basically what I do all day is I pull kids from their classrooms. I typically like to pull them during specials or a time that's where they're available completely. I pull them for 30 minutes and I do speech therapy. Now today I'm also going in and out of classrooms, so again I'm not going to film every single second of my day, unfortunately. Let me get to work and I will try to set this up in a way that you can see what I'm doing, not see the kiddos. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in just a bit.
To be completely honest, the second I get to my space at the schools, I need to take out my passion planner because that's just my way of jotting things down, writing what I need to get done. And I don't always continuously refer back to my planner. It's just kind of a to-do list for the day. Next, I'm kind of just going through my materials. You see me checking the iPad, seeing if that's charged. I'm still fairly new to using that for speech therapy. And then I'm taking out the data sheets I'm going to need for the next couple of sessions. This year, I am new to also carrying a binder that's mainly for attendance, but also where I keep some printouts if I'm going to work on a specific goal with a specific group. So you see me pulling all that out right there. Green side up, please. Oh, I think that one's a chicken. Yeah, it kind of looks like a turkey. This is a chicken. You know how I know it's a chicken? Because look, there's an egg with it. Yeah, chickens lay eggs.
Wow.
Yeah. What is that? A ball. What kind of ball?
Basketball.
Good. Basketball. Let me see. What do you have?
Rich.
What is that?
Rich.
Oh, it kind of looks like a fish bowl.
Fish.
Right? Because look, I see a lot of little pebbles at the bottom and some leaves.
It's a fish.
Yes, it's a fish. I think the fish goes with the bowl. Great job. Zion found two too. Which two did you find? Ooh, you found a paint bucket and some paint. Good job. Those two do go together. What did you find?
A piggy bank.
Look, everyone, look. What did he find?
The piggy.
Piggy bank. Good. Can you say that again? Piggy bank. Good job. Yes, you found what? A net or a nest?
Net.
Good job. I heard that last sound. Nest.
That's a coin.
So exactly, we found a pig, so you know the coins have to go with the pig if it's a piggy bank. Good. So where can we find coins? Let's flip over these green cards. You're doing a great job too. Ooh, he found some dimes or some coins with the piggy bank. Does anybody have a piggy bank? I used to. Y'all do? Have you broken it?
Yes.
You can't break it?
Yeah,
No, you're
I
supposed to
can.
save up your money. You did not break yours. Have you broken yours? No, yeah, you're not supposed to. Why did you break yours?
Because I do it.
Oh, you wanted the money. How much money did you get?
$29,000.
Wow, $29,000. I want $29,000. Wait, which ones did you find, friend? What two did you find?
I
A
did it.
leaf? Say it again, please. Leaf. Good job.
I
Leaf.
can make a house.
Wait a second. I can't hear her. What did you say?
I got a piggy bank.
You have a piggy bank? Okay, we're going to try to put all those pieces together.
Which nest should we go?
Which one do you have in your hand? Oh, a tree with a nest. Oh, that's a good guess. I'm not sure that those go together, though. I would think they do. Let's see.
A bird.
Oh, yeah. Nice job. A bird and a nest. What's the nest made out of?
A bird.
What makes up the nest?
Nest means feed the birds with the worm.
Oh, well, the nest takes care of the bird. You're right. I think the nest is made out of sticks.
A rabbit?
A rabbit? What do they eat?
A carrot.
Yes, they do. They eat carrots. Good. What? Who? When? Where? Okay. Oh, I see a baseball glove. Where might I see a baseball glove?
Oh, it's baseball.
Where might I see it?
I'll see it.
You're talking about these green ones?
This.
Oh, yeah. Where would I find a baseball glove? Where?
Baseball.
Nice. Where do I see it, though?
With the grass.
In the grass? Okay, maybe at a baseball game, too.
Egg.
Right?
Egg.
Maybe at a baseball game.
An egg.
An egg. Well, I know. Who lays eggs? Who?
With a plate.
Not on a plate. I know we eat eggs. That's a good one, I bet.
The
But
chicken.
who lays? Yeah, the chicken lays the egg. Yep.
Okay, that egg.
When do you brush your teeth?
With toothpaste.
When?
With the bathroom.
In the bathroom. That's where. Good job. But when do we brush them? Do you brush them during the nighttime? In the morning?
Morning.
In the morning. Okay.
Dog food.
Dog food.
It means this.
Where do you see flowers? What
Flowers?
place? What place do we see flowers? Where?
With
Where do we see them? I think we see them outside sometimes, huh?
this.
My flowers, where do we see them? What place?
This.
On a tree? That's a good one. Let me try. Oh, I can't get this one to fit.
Does it fit?
I could see them there, though. You're right. What does this look like?
Glass.
Glass. Do you know what it's called? A vase. Good. I'm going to put it with this one. Let me try it. Yes, I got it. See? The flowers in the vase. I might see them in a vase. That's where I could see my flowers, in a vase.
This and this.
Which one? All right, I'm going to do another word. Okay, we know the word heat. What does the word heat mean? Heat.
Feet.
Heat. Look at my word, please. Heat.
Heat. I found a match.
What does this word mean? Heat. What does that mean?
Heat.
Does it mean toothbrush?
Heat.
What does it mean?
Heat. I found a match. I found a
No.
match.
Wait a
as well.
second.
I
Look at
found
my
a
word,
clean
please.
match.
Wait a second. Look at my word, please.
Feet.
Heat. What does that mean? Heat.
That means it's super hot
It's
in that heat.
Good. So it's hot somewhere, right?
Nope. I found a match.
What do you think it means if I say to preheat the oven?
I got two.
Preheat. Pre kind of means like to do it before. So preheat, like prepare the oven to be 400 degrees.
400 degrees.
Yes. Or you can prepare the oven to be hot before you cook it. Okay, preheat.
I don't have four. I don't. Let me see a toothbrush. Oh,
What about the word view? Wait a second, guys. What does the word view mean?
that means you have. That means you see.
I got four
You're seeing something. Are you listening to us? View. What does that mean?
You means that means you went high and see the sea.
Good, to see something. Okay, so I'm going to erase this one. Remember, the word pre means like before. So if I say the word preview, what does that mean? I'm seing something before or after?
Before.
Before. High five.
I
So,
found another match. Me too. I found.
thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches.
Wait a second. So you found the baby and the, what is that called again?
What is that dog start with it? What is that?
Wait a second. I couldn't hear him. And then I'll come right back to a crib. Thank you. Now you can tell me. A dog what?
What is the name of that dog? It's start with no, with a
An H? What is the name of the dog that begins with the letter H?
a bite.
A bicycle or a bike? And that goes with a helmet. Why do we need to wear a helmet when we're riding a bike?
Because you can't get hurt.
So that you can't get hurt. So it protects us, huh?
But
Did you get hammer and?
I got 5.
Wait, you got hammer and?
Do you know why? I got hammer and an axe. No,
That's a hammer. What's the one on the other side? Can he help you? What is that called? Hammer and?
That's nail.
Nails. Have you ever heard of those?
No, but my dad has one of those.
He has nails. Maybe he has tools.
I know. I saw your dad. I know him.
You have seen his dad. Hey, I think you dropped a piece right there. Wait a second. How would you feel if he called you weak? That would make me upset if he called me weak.
He told me.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
It was backwards. The puzzle piece was backwards. Now you got it. Look. High five.
But backwards.
Oh, well, you can flip it over. Turn the whole thing over.
But backwards.
Yeah, it's still upside down. Not backwards, it's upside down. So you had it like this, where the paint was upside down. That means it was flipped, and I wanted it like this. Wait, does a computer really go with the bookshelf? I think you're trying to put them together because of the puzzle piece size, but think about it. What goes with the computer?
Nope.
Yeah, not a bookshelf. They might be in...
Nope.
You're thinking about an office. That's why you put a bookshelf. Let's try... Wait, let's think about it. Wait a second. Can I hold the computer, please? I'll take that one. So let's think about it, right? We have a computer, the monitor. Listen. And then we have what's underneath it. Where you're typing, but it's called a keyboard, right? Okay, so what do I use when I want to click on something? Think about the name. It's okay if you don't know it. But think about what I use to click. Not with the laptop, on a real computer.
Letters.
A what? Letters to type.
And
Great.
numbers.
And numbers to type. High five. But if I want to click on something, what am I holding?
You're holding
When I'm at the computer, what do I move around to click when I'm like, click, click? You know the name.
keyboard.
A keyboard is to type like this. That's to type. Let's check on that one. Let's check over here. What is this? This is it. Hello, so I am very much home now. I didn't get to record on my way home. I did not get the chance to like kind of close out my video at the school just because after my break, I honestly was pretty tired. I had I believe 7 back-to-back sessions and then I only had 4 left. So once I had 1, it wasn't, he's such a distraction. You're such a cute little baby boy. I'm also going to give an update on Rio. He's now 9 months, my baby. Let me just be very transparent. It's been extremely difficult juggling a job now, full time with my baby. I'm here to record and kind of share with you guys that speech therapy as an SLP assistant is so much more than strictly therapy. And I'm saying that, I think I'm gonna record standing up. It's just easier that way. I feel like now that I have a following and stuff, I talk really good about the school district and working as an SLPA for the school district. And I recently did that with a personal good friend, and she hates it. The school, I guess, setting is not for her. And I never thought about it that way. It's just not for everybody. I personally knew going into the school district that that's where I wanted to end up. And then we got to talking and all that, and I realized I left a lot of my work responsibilities out when we were talking. I talked very highly about the position and getting summers off. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, my video, I kind of wanted to focus on what I do every single day. So my last day in the life of an SLPA video was awesome. Also, I shared a little bit more about what I do, as in like data tracking. However, this year I'm doing things very different. I'm not taking data every single session because I've learned that that's not the way I have fun. I feel like while it's still a job, I deserve to have fun. You know, this is my passion. I like what I do. I like speech, and I like to be playing and teaching the kids at the same time. I'm also responsible for ARD updates. So that's something I don't talk about very often because I feel like it's more private, but I have an entire template on like Google Sheets that helps me manage that, and that's what I share with my SLP supervisor. So she has access to that file, and I kind of update as I go whenever I have time. If I have a long lunch, if a kid isn't there and it's an individual session, whatever it may be, if kids are testing, I take that time and I update my ARD like goals. You know, before ARD meetings, I'll update goals on kiddos and their speech progress, just so that she's aware before any ARD meeting coming up. Another thing that I'm in charge of is the Medicaid billing. To keep it really simple on what that is, it's at the district level. You know, there's kids that you bill for and there's kids that you don't. So I'm in charge of, you know, if I provided services for a kid that requires billing, then I have to keep track of that. I have to log in that information. I have to log in exactly what I did, what goals I worked on, what time I saw them, if they were absent, if they weren't. All of that information goes into a whole system, and I think my district is pretty good at keeping up with that. Another thing I keep track of, which I think is also extremely important that I don't talk about, is progress reports. So my district requires progress reports at the end of every 9 weeks, I believe. So, I mean, I have the date. So yeah, it's 4 times a year that I have to do progress reports. And my very first year, I remember I was so overwhelmed with progress reports. I was like, how am I ever supposed to find time to do progress reports when I'm strictly doing speech therapy? And then I have to do all these other things. So I learned very, very fast, like at the end of my first year, I learned at the very end of my first year that I have to give myself more time. It is what it is. If I know like the end date for that quarter, then I'm able to log into the appropriate website and I put in the progress reports, literally meaning I'm just writing down like for goal number 1 for Rio. He has only reached 50% of his goal and we're still working on the other part of it. We're working on the other 3 goals. The other 3 goals have not been introduced yet. It just depends, you know, it's different for every single student. So that's an entirely separate thing that I have to do on top of, again, the speech sessions, you know, direct therapy. I have to do the ARD updates. I have to do progress reports, as I just mentioned, and then that's all on top of like what's kind of expected with the job is, you know, collaborating with teachers, keeping up with parents here and there. That's just to show you and kind of tell you also that being an SLP assistant is a lot more than the direct therapy that you see. If you like this content today, please make sure to like my video and subscribe. It'll mean so much to me. I will catch you guys.